Narvaza on the beat. Narvaza on the beat.
So we're on our way over to Ultraflex Derby. I think it must be a couple of months since we've trained there. We originally actually was training there full time, but it's an hour journey from Stoke over to Derby, and then it's an hour journey back. So you're 2 hours of your day, you're just traveling. And we used to do that 5 days a week, which was great. I'm spending 10 hours just fucking driving my car and absolutely doing nothing other than going on my phone a couple of times. No, what did I say? Nothing. I don't know if I made that funny or not. That was fucking shit. So yeah, we reverted back to going to Destination because Destination, okay, the gym isn't as great. The equipment's very good, but the atmosphere is like a 3 out of 10, to be honest with you. But it does the job, and it's allowed us to be a lot more efficient with our time, business, all that sort of good stuff. I think for today, obviously, in prep, when you're dieting, you just need that sort of like you just need something new, right? You know, you just need to feel something a little bit different. So we're going to just slightly change up the routine today and head over there, similar to like when we was over at the shed. I've got Push on the cards. Vicky's obviously got legs, no surprise there. We would not be going over there if she was training upper, that's for sure. So it should be good, it should be fun. It should be good to see some familiar faces as well. And, you know, every time I walk in that gym, you know, there's someone in there and I'm like, fucking hell, like, sometimes I don't want to be as big as those people. Like, for example, Nate Styles, he's like 6'5" and he's like 300 pounds. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? For me, I use it as like fuel, motivation to go, you know what, you know, anything is fucking possible. Not that I'm ever going to get that big, but you know what I mean? So yeah, looking forward to it, just not looking forward to the drive and my lower back, which is usual fucking shit. I used to do that all the time. My lower back used to be absolute bits. The problem with bodybuilding, you think, oh, going to the gym's healthy, it's good for you, but reality is fucking bodybuilding is fucking shit for you, bro. A little coffee for the drive, a little Starbucks, no, the espresso Starbucks, Jesus Christ, that would have been awful to say. Got a little Nespresso, I think it's hazelnut, and of course we're chugging on a little vape. This one is watermelon ice. Yeah, don't vape. Does anyone else get absolute rage about traffic on the way to the gym? Like, I don't care about traffic outside of the gym. Like, I don't care. Like, if I'm traveling somewhere there's traffic, I'm not too bothered about it. But when it comes to the fucking gym and there's traffic, go on, my babe, I have some absolute desired rage over traffic.
Man period, basically.
Yeah, it's basically man period behaviour. I don't know why. I fucking hate traffic. On the way to the gym, when you're trying to get to the fucking gym, traffic. Why I order? ETA 5 minutes, Ultraflex Derby. Just sipping on a, shut myself then, went over like a bit of plastic. A non-stim, so supplements pre-pump. I've added creatine in there and glutamine, and I've added 2 grams of salt, which was a little bit too much because it is very salty. However, it does the we can just burp them. I'll probably bleep that out, maybe not, to be honest with you, because everyone burps, normal, isn't it? Everyone farts. To be fair, I'm farting all day today when I think about it. Anyway, so quick little update. So last video you saw, I refed. So my lowest I had in prep was 76.9. Morning I was 77 on the dot, so 0.1 heavier. However, I personally think I look better than what I did last week, which is interesting. So this is the head fuck of being an assisted athlete now, or assisted, whatever, athlete. Look is just completely different when it comes to the assistants. Like, you know, when I was natural, you would just chase scale weight, and if you're light on the scale weight, then technically you're going to be leaner, right? Whereas being assisted, you weigh heavier and you expect to look worse for that, but in fact you look better. So what I found with myself at the moment is that after I do an injection, my scale weight goes up like half a kilo overnight. I just look at myself and think, fucking, I've gone up half a kilo, but I should look better. It's actually really hard for us this year to actually predict where my scale weight is going to be and whether we need to obsess too much about it, because sometimes the scale weight doesn't move, but the visuals look so much better. And I think just relaying that to natural as well, like, it is possible to be heavier and look better for it. Like, I remember a lot of my shows that I did in 2022, I actually looked better when I was heavier rather than when I was leaner. I looked flatter, if that makes sense. So your progress pictures, don't just fucking chase the scale weight all the time. Do actually definitely take some progress pictures. So yeah, it's an interesting one because my scale weight isn't below where it was almost a week ago now. So I've not hit a new low for a week, but I look visually better, if that makes sense. So that's the big head fuck for me. It's something that I'm still getting used to, and we're getting used to, you know, because this is my first like proper diet with using any sort of assistance. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of the final outcome, but me and Vix were talking about, I reckon we've had about 10 pounds of stage weight, or what's that, about 4 or 5 kilos of stage weight, which will be pretty cool to see. 2 minutes out, gonna get my pre-workout in, gonna sit and reflect. Vicky's arm's hurting right now, I could probably imagine, because my arm hurts holding the camera for like 2 minutes, and we'll fucking see you in there, you cunt. Just a quick one before you record. What's the quote of the day?
The quote of the day?
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this one, but if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful.
That's it. I want to fucking be successful.
Right, you always have to ruin it. You always have to ruin it.
I do, guys, I can't lie. This fucking camera, I swear to God, if I fucking edit this and there's a smudge on the camera, I'll be fuming. Fuming. Anyway, get a tune on.
Like he did. This beef is really than rap. You know we can't cap. We all got reasons for this whack of rhyme and season.
My boot at the moment, guys. Fucking hell. It's an absolute mess, to be honest with you. Look at all this shit. Definitely needs to sort out. But it's just one of those things, you know, it's just a bit long, so you just avoid doing it for so long. You just don't ever do it. That's just me right now. Right, I've made a BTEC mistake and I forgot my headphones. Well, I haven't actually forgot my headphones. I forgot to charge my headphones. Now, luckily the music in here is quite good, but fuck it. Like, headphones, you just need headphones, man, in the gym. I can't seem to never train without them, to be honest with you. Fuck's sake, Georgie boy. BTEC, rookie error. Was that sick feeling? Is that sick feeling you get like 5 seconds afterwards and then it just goes away? If you're an avid follower of the channel, you know, do your fucking ab work first, okay? Don't do it last, don't do it when you fucking randomly want to. Do it first at the beginning of the session. 3 sets, that's it. Do it every session. You'll accumulate so much fucking volume throughout the week, you won't need to worry about it. Take 5 minutes to do, don't be a fucking lazy cunt. Thank you. Who the fuck is that ball cunt on the screen there? Who the fuck is that? Get him off the fucking screen. Look at him. Waste man. So I started off with a pec fly. I really like the Nautilus decline one because I really suffer from bad tendonitis in my bicep, which annoyingly when I do any sort of pec fly, it irritates my bicep to the point where I can't actually physically do it, which is fucking annoying. So that's great because the pads are on your elbows or your crease of your bicep, which makes it so much easier to actually think about driving through your elbows and kind of almost hugging a tree. That's the analogy I like to use. So I always start off with a pec fly before I go into a press. The reason why I do that is I used to massively struggle with connecting with my chest. So what I did is I started doing pec flies before a compound movement, and I certainly think my chest has improved massively in this off season that I've just gone, and that's through doing that. So if you struggle to connect with your chest, definitely try doing a pec fly beforehand. I like to do anywhere between 12 to 15 reps, and for me, like the connection, like my chest is pumped right now, and I know when I go into my incline prime piece or whatever incline I'm going to do, I haven't decided yet, I know that I'm going to connect my chest really well because I've pre-exhausted it and I'm actually going to use my chest, whereas before if I just go straight into it, I'm more likely to use my del or other muscle groups to try and move that way, okay? So great tip if you're struggling to, I always fluff it, don't I? If you're struggling to connect with your chest, try doing a pec fly first. so easy to give on that final rep. That rep was a grind. I was like, am I gonna get this? But in those moments, I think you fucking can do it, George. I know it sounds so fucking hippie. Tell yourself you can do it, and surprisingly, you'll be able to fucking do it. Like, mind over matter in these situations. Sometimes your mind is way more capable than what you can actually think. So I'm so glad I went for that last rep because I wasn't sure I was gonna get it. But I said to myself, how bad do you fucking want it, Georgie Wood?
Easy. Yeah, come on, don't be a bitch now. Come on, yours. Don't let me get it. Come on, you gotta be stronger. Gotta be stronger. Gotta be stronger, come on.
God, you really pushed me on that last rep, didn't you? Fucking hell. Love you, babe. Right, this pin-loaded prime piece is the first time I've ever used this. Pin-loaded prime. Oh, it's very nice. Oh. Oh, yeah. You know when machines just like, it just hits. Oh, yeah. If something feels fucking good, like, just keep doing it, you know? Like, sometimes I've done things where I know I stand for the 2 sets, the top set, the back off set. But if something feels really, really good like this, I might throw in an extra set. If it feels good, why am I gonna stop fucking doing something? The worst thing ever is doing an exercise that feels really good and then you go on to a next exercise and it just feels like shit. And you're just like, fuck's sake, you know, you lost your pump, you lost how it feels. Like, if this feels really good like it does right now, I'm just gonna keep doing it. So I did 3 sets there. Sound. I might just reduce 1 set from something else just because I've done an extra set. But if it feels good, brilliant. Right, one of the biggest game changers for my chest training was, I used to always do like 5, 6 reppers, like all the time. You'd see me do like a 5 rep, 6 rep, and I'd come off the fucking exercise and I was like, I just felt that in my rotator cuff. I fucking irritated something in my shoulder, fuck knows what it was. So what I've done instead is I've actually gone for a little bit more higher reps. So the lowest I would go on any of my chest movements now is like 8 reps. I spend normally between 8 to like 15 reps. The sweet spot for me is like 10 to 12. And honestly, since I've been doing a lot of my compound, a lot of my isolation work more high reppy, I've been able to get more blood flow into the chest. My chest has come off and I've actually felt it. I felt more pumped. And honestly, it's been a huge game changer for my training. So one thing that I would suggest to you if you're struggling again with your chest is try and avoid the low rep stuff and try and accumulate a little bit more volume and do some of the higher rep stuff. Both are just super important when it comes to building muscle. You just got to find what works best for you. You'll find the lower rep stuff isn't doing you any justice. Like me, you've got to change that and try something new. Yes, you might not be able to lift as much weight as what you are when you're doing a 12 to 15 rep range compared to a 5 to 6, but at the same time, muscle doesn't give a fuck about how much weight you lose. It's all about that time under tension. It's all about actually lengthening and shortening the muscle, okay? So a little tip there that could add a massive difference to your chest training if you give it a try. Five more.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. See? That was 5 on the right arm there.
That look good on camera, does it? Or? So I would argue say my delts are probably one of the strongest points in my physique, and what I would say that comes down to is that with my delt work, like I don't really focus too much on the progressive overload aspect. Like I need to progress 2.5 kilos on my lateral raises, otherwise I am not going to build more muscle. Like let's be honest, you know, people who lateral raise like 30 kilo dumbbells or 20 kilo dumbbells, they're going to be using other muscle groups. Like your traps are always going to be a secondary to your rear delt. If you look how big your traps are, the anatomy of the traps compared to your rear delt, your side delt is like this big, maybe a bit bigger. Your traps go all the way down to your lower back. So when it comes to actual movements, like for example heavy dumbbell lateral raises, your traps are always going to overpower because they're going to be such a dominant movement for you to rely on. Dominant muscle groups for you to rely on. If I get my fucking words out, you prick. When it comes to this, just very lightweight, like get some volume in there, come off and actually get a pump in your delts. If you come off of this and your delts are pumped, you're doing a good job. If you come off of this and go, well, fucking hell, I felt that in my fucking forearms or my elbows or my traps, you're not doing it right. Lower the weight, focus on good form, focus on high rep stuff, focus on getting the volume in. Low rest periods as well, super important, okay? So write that one down, you motherfuckers. Look at that. Oh.
Striations all through the chest.
So that's just a quick little look of, fucking hell, it's dark. That's just a brief overview of what we're looking like right now. Not too bad. I need to watch it back. I'll say not too bad right now, but I'll look at it and probably go, yeah, fucking shit. Right, so a little bit of a physique update under the UltraFlex lighting. I don't really like the lighting in here. I prefer it outside, but we'll have a little look anyway.
Underwear on the dining table.
On the dining table? No, I took my underwear off upstairs, I swear. I can't remember if I wore them yesterday or not.
Okay.
Were they on the dining table?
Huh?
Were they on the dining table?
Are they on the dining table? It's fresh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can you smell them?
No, they're definitely not fresh. Hey, Vicky.
No.
I was going to literally launch it at her face. I've done that before, ain't I? Not sure. They must not be mine. That was a good session. We're just at Airbnb, by the way, from Ryan's show. So your next video, you'll see weekend away. Fucking exciting. Amazing. That was my physique update, my prep update slightly, and the push session that I did. Thank you. Gonna put in some Yihimbine first thing this morning and go for a fasted walk. We were doing an R about what we do this year in terms of category. I was thinking, am I really classic, or am I just a bodybuilder, or am I just nobody? I think what inspires me about bodybuilding is, like, I know I'm never going to be a mass monster. I don't ever want to be a mass monster. I really love the classic. I really love the classic look. It's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit polished, and I think with my physique, I don't think I'm necessarily too classic, but I think the tidiness of my physique is classic, if that makes sense. This year, I've decided that I'm going to give classic physique a try. I've always done bodybuilding, open body, no, I don't know what you want to call it. What do you call it? Open bodybuilding? Just bodybuilding, but I'm going to be doing classic bodybuilding. So that actually means I need to buy a new pair of trunks, because the trunks that you've seen in today's video are actually not classic trunks. They're slightly different. Actually, you probably need to get them ordered soon at some point. See how they fit around the old crotch, eh? Because man's got a big penis. I think the main thing that I need to work upon there is that I'm not a bad poser. I'm not great. But when it comes to any sort of classic poses, I don't really know how to do any classic poses. So I think my next thing that I'm going to do is actually invest into like a posing coach. I've got a few ideas in my head of who I want to be coached by. I need to kind of take action on that quite soon, to be honest with you, because the more you practice your posing in a prep, the easier it's going to be. There's so many people that I've seen on stage and they're shaking like a shitting dog. You have to do it from early days. And obviously, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Like right now, I know I don't need to probably practice as much as what I had to in the past. It's so pivotal. If you're prepping for the first time and you're not practicing your posing is going to let you down on stage. See so many great physiques, amazing physiques. I think fucking hell, I'd love your physique, but they don't know how to pose. I'm like, it is such a waste. So if you want to present your best package, your best physique, please get on that. If you have enjoyed today's video, guys, comment down below. We'll just go comment down with pillow if you've watched the whole thing. Thank you for all the support on the channel. The shares, the views, all that sort of good stuff has always been massively appreciated. This is episode 3 of the prep series. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the fucking next one.